Playing around the dark web is a dangerous game, and is it really worth it in the name of content? Today we're discussing what the experts have to say about it, combined with experiences from YouTubers like the Holt Siblings and more. So let's get into it before I get carted off. Jarrett and Sable Holt, a brother and sister YouTube duo from Los Angeles, decided to try dark web unboxing videos after watching some other ones here on the YouTube, and were like, why not? Jarrett told a news agency I always thought it was something that you shouldn't be doing, but I guess that didn't stop him. He was like, well, it sparked in our imaginations. So we thought, why don't we just do this? I know people have ordered different boxes from Amazon and eBay and stuff. I was like, alright, let's see what we can get from the dark web. So the pair handed over $1,000 USD worth of Bitcoin. Don't worry, apparently they bought their Bitcoin ages ago. They really only lost 150 of their own money. Allegedly. And they handed all of this over to an unknown seller on a dark web marketplace, so probably Silk Road. They gave them their postal address, yikes, and about 6 weeks later, a package showed up on their doorstep. Folks, this is where you get stuff sent to a shipping center. Don't be giving that stuff out on the internet. He was like, we took it in the house and we were like, let's make a video about this. Now at the time, obviously they were nervous and they were like, I don't know about this. Yeah, for safety, once again, don't give out your address. They were just hoping it wasn't gonna be body parts or anything. Well, you would have smelt it before you saw it. So inside the box they found Uno cards, a shoe, an unidentified foul-smelling bag, a comb with hair in it, a Jennifer license plate, some jewelry, and other items covered in mysterious white powder. And the video, revealing all of this in just 20 minutes, has over 500,000 hits. Just gonna go back on the mysterious white powder. Sure, it could be just baby powder, but it could also be anthrax, something else super harmful. Should have had gloves on. So why should people be wary of these cursed boxes if they are indeed real? Well, one tech expert says he's seen similar things lurking around the dark web, and he's like, yeah, this could be dangerous. So Jonathan Pace, PhD, a postdoctoral fellow in the Digital Civil Society lab at Stanford University, was like, yeah, all black market activity is hazardous. Mystery boxes symbolize the regulatory problems of the dark web. It is supremely difficult for state institutions to identify users online, to take down dark web markets, and to regulate the movement of contraband, both online and offline. So on Silk Road, vendors often include free surprise samples in their packages. Why? Well, they want to get repeat customers. Now these are usually banned substances, so if you're gonna buy LSD, you're gonna get a free e-pill. But mystery boxes could have toxic substances, poorly made weapons, bad pieces of fake ID. And if these boxes are filled with leftover inventory, it's a good chance you're getting bottom of the barrel contraband that failed to sell on its own. So substances again, weapons, fake ID, digital tools, these are common objects of exchange on the dark web because they're easy to ship, which gives rise to a culture of stealth packaging on, well, everything. So then you've got small band capsules that are hidden in resealed candy wrappers, tampon boxes, other distracting containers. Weapons are broke down and sent part by part. Why? Well, it exploits a loophole in American postal law that allows replacement parts to be shipped without a permit. Fake ID? Envelopes. Digital tools, hacking manuals. No. On, the black market, transportation is the name of the game, and I don't want to see any of that on my doorstep. No thank you. No thank you. If we're talking YouTubers that bought a dark web box, Joseph Widner was one. So he filmed himself pulling out 2 creepy dolls and a clear Ziploc bag containing a red covered screwdriver. Yeah, it appears to be covered in humid redness and locks of hair. And this is where I'm screaming biohazard, because that should have stayed somewhere else. Now this is probably where you're like, okay, where's more details? Well, there aren't any. Joseph and his content seem to have completely disappeared from the internet, outside of compilations of dark web boxes and a couple of news articles. Now, there could be a number of reasons why, ranging from a silly YouTube strike, guidelines violation, which is easier than you think, and then there's some out there theories, like full disappearance, government cover-up. My money? Wanting to be a recluse and vanishing from a dark web reputation, threats from either the government or dark web sellers, or guidelines issues, because there's a reason folks on the internet talk in riddles. You gotta play by the rules, or else game over. So you'll notice today I tend to mention a lot more people or points instead of just one-off boxes, because, well, there's just a lot of influencers out there that specialize in mystery boxes, especially from the dark web, and none of them should have ever been opened in the first place or bought. There's so many risks. Now, it's kind of hard to separate the real boxes from scams, and there's a fellow that tends to share that mindset, known as Shaurya. They claim after seeing lots of videos on dark web boxes out in the world that were really fake and scripted, he was like, okay, let's get a real one. So nowadays he actually specializes in unboxing content, and apparently he orders all these boxes to a P.O. box for safety, which Green flag number 1 today. Most of his recent content, as of the time of this, seems to be very dark web based, so be like some experts. Whether these boxes are genuinely bought on the dark web or just cobbled together by a creator, yeah, I still don't think they should be opened online. Like, ugh. To quote another popular YouTuber, Hindy's Darkest Facts, "I'm glad you don't believe in it, because the less curious you are, the more safe you are. Getting into the dark web is just a slippery slope of awfulness." Hindy's Darkest Facts, by the way, actually had to move houses due to safety concerns after a stalker from Discord sent him a necklace, which was a triangle shape, and the amount of information that was known about this guy was scary. During an interview, a journalist asked him, like, "Have you ever called the police?" And he's like, "Nope. If you ever see this on the internet, just know that things are bad." Now he's like, if you're calling the cops for a dark web box video, not a good idea, because, well, you did that to yourself. But still, just don't do it. And finally for today, TikTok's Red Mask, or at least Maskred, is currently reaching up to 16.2 million views for a single video on his dark web unboxing page. So, he wears a black mask and stares into the camera silently as he opens a lot of boxes, which, don't do it. Some things are mundane. Phones, fake Rolexes, USBs, and sure, on the surface, Coke cans, iPhones, prime drinks, it's just ordinary things you can widely purchase anywhere. But then you've got iPhones with strange photos and phone numbers, and then things just get disturbing. There's tins that appear to contain Yahtzee medals. There's a bottle with a written address attached. There's a haunted doll. All things that should not be unleashed on the world. Now apparently this doll got thrown out almost immediately because Buddy thought there was like a tracker or a small camera, which that means it's gonna go haunt another family. Apparently these packages get delivered to secure drop-off points, and when this guy opened the doll, he had the feeling somebody was watching him the whole time. So he took a different route home just to be sure nobody was following, which creepy dolls tend to do that. Objects filled with beans are a common theme of the purchases made by Red Mask, including a Starbucks drink, a Coke can, a coconut, and I don't know, just all of this suggests that a trip to the web's darker side gives different results. There's bottles brimming with hot dogs, taped up devices. Apparently this guy started dabbling in the dark web back in 2015, intrigued after reading about people's experiences online. And he's like, yeah, it's the Wild West, because you can get anything and everything. Some of it's scams, some of it's never gonna arrive, because who are you gonna report it to? It's not like you can just leave a Google review. If you didn't know, by the way, the dark web is like a hidden part of the internet, unless you've got a specific browser. Like, you have to have, I think it's a Tor browser, and that's the only way you can get these .onion links to find the dark web. So you already have to jump through all these hoops that are kind of scary, not great. And there's no like dark web Google, by the way. Yes, there are search engines, but you actually have to find the search engine first, and you have to have the right link to find the search engine. And all these sites, technically illegal. So you shouldn't be breaking the law by buying a box of crap. Now, Red Mask's first experiences of the dark web were through a friend who ordered like goods. They arrived wrapped in socks, and he's like, oh look, it's so accessible, it's so simple, it's so tame. And he was like, okay, why not, I'll do it. So in 2022, he was like, yeah, let's go on the dark web, order some boxes of stuff. Apparently he got a letter from somebody claiming to be his birth mother. It had details about him that not just anybody would know. And this is just after the guy's buying random boxes. He's like, oh, they don't want to get in contact, they just want to keep an eye on me. And this letter was delivered to his actual home address. Yeah, not a P.O. box, not a special delivery site, his home address. Apparently there's stuff that he can't even show on social media, which, once again, folks, don't do it. Don't bother. Okay, everybody, that's it for me once again. I've been Alexa, your resident ookie spooky girly. See y'all next time, you lovely spooky people.